Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Garnavillo and the baseball field outside of Clayton Ridge Middle School tonight as the Clayton Ridge Elkader Central War Eagles take on the Decorah Vikings. My name is Darren Swinson. It's a beautiful night for baseball. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit, and there is weather in the area. In fact, the majority of the area under a severe thunderstorm watch until 11 o'clock tonight. But the weather isn't expected to affect this ball game or the Decorah area until about 9 o'clock tonight. So keep your dial tuned here to AM 1240 KDEC and FM 100.5 for all of the weather information. The baseball game tonight will feature the pitching matchup of Cole Brandel as well as Brandon Hogan. Brandel going for the War Eagles, Hogan going for Decorah. And this will be the Viking lineup. Joe Kanoki at second base, Gabe Varney in center field, Dawson Meyer at shortstop, Jake Marlowe at first base, Brandon Hogan will be the pitcher. The catcher is Ian Smith. In right field, Trevor Phillips at third base, Ryan Thorsten, and the left fielder is Cole Minks. We're about ready to get things underway here this evening. Very nice night for baseball. Joe Kanoki will bat from the left-hand side, a 194 hitter. No extra base hits and 4 RBI on the season. First pitch from Brandel, a one-hopper right back to Brandel. He'll run over to first base and give Thomas Meyer an underhand toss to retire Kanoki as the first pitch came at 5:58. One down, nobody on here in the inning. Nathan Hellion left, Austin Hellion center, Justin DeShaw in right for Clayton Ridge. Derek Earhart at third, Jace Moore at second, Jace Moore at short, Sumner Smith at second, Thomas Meyer at first, and Nick Sylvester behind the plate as the pitch goes outside to the left-hand hitting Gabe Varney. 1 ball, no strikes. Varney at 310, 2 doubles, no triples, no home runs, and a team leading 23 RBI. Pitch swinging a foul, left side, not a play. It is 1 ball, 1 strike. Statistically, Brandel has been the best pitcher for this War Eagles squad. Brandel just a sophomore right-hander as that one hit towards short. Moore will field on a hop. He'll throw over to first base to retire Varney, and 2 down here in the inning. Brandel is 5-3 with the save, a 2.31 ERA. 42 and a third innings, 32 hits, only 14 earned runs, 16 walks, and 51 strikeouts. No score here in the first, and the batter is Dawson Meyer. 305 hitter, a double, no triples, no home runs, and 9 RBI. First pitch to Dawson sails up, 1 ball, no strikes. Vikes had a 4-game winning streak going into Friday night before getting swept by conference co-leaders Waverly Shellrock. The 1-0 delivery is blown away. It is 2 balls and no strikes. One game was 9-3 and 9-1. The other game 8-3. 2 balls, no strikes. The count and the pitch in there for a strike to Dawson. It is 2 balls and 1 strike. So it'll be 2 non-conference games and 2 conference games this week for Decorah, and then they'll wrap up the regular season with 2 non-conference games. Here's a ground ball left side to his left at third base is Earhart. He'll throw across the diamond to retire Meyer on the side here in the first inning. 3 up, 3 down go the Vikings. We head to the bottom half of the first inning. Decorah nothing, and the War Eagles coming to bat. And they will bat this way. Jace Moore is the shortstop. Sumner Smith at second. Derek Earhart at third base. Thomas Meyer at first base. Austin Helly, the center fielder. Nick Sylvester in center, the catcher rather. Cole Brandel, the pitcher. Justin DeShaw in right field, and Nathan Helly in left field. This is Vikings Radio, 1240 KDEC Decorah and KDECradio.com. Darren Swinson from Garnavillo tonight for non-conference baseball between the Decorah Vikings and the Clayton Ridge Elkader Central War Eagles. Brandon Hogan taking to the hill tonight, 3-4 on the season. A 2.84 ERA, 49 and a third innings, 28 hits, 20 earned runs. 9 walks and 44 strikeouts on the season for the sophomore right-hander. Brandon took the loss in game 1 of the doubleheader at Waverly Shellrock on Friday night. He went 4 1/3 innings, gave up 7 hits, 8 runs, 5 earned. No walks, 2 hit batters, and 3 strikeouts. This War Eagle team at 18-10 coming into the season. They finished 3rd place in the Upper Iowa Conference. The conference was won by Lansing Key at 14-2. North Fayette Valley at 12-3. Clayton Ridge, Elkader Central, and South Wind tied for 3rd at 10-6. Turkey Valley was 6th at 8-8. MFL Marmac at 2-10, and Postville at 0-14. The Vikings on the season are 3-1 against the Upper Iowa Conference. A doubleheader sweep over Key High, a win over South Wind, and a loss to North Fayette Valley. Jace Moore will start things here in the bottom half of the 1st inning. Home whites for the War Eagles, red numerals and green letters. Hogan steps to that pitcher's plate, and away we go here in the 1st inning as the pitch goes low and inside to Moore. 1 ball, no strikes. Moore at 300, 7 doubles, 1 triple, no home runs, and 12 RBI. 1-0 delivery, a little bit outside, or actually in there for a strike. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Just underway, no score in this one. 1-1. In there for a strike, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes now on the leadoff hitter, Jace Moore. Just underway, no score in this one. And the 1-2 from Brandon Hogan, swinging a fly ball foul down the right field line and out of play. Wind blowing. I'll throw some grass up in the air, and I'll say it's in from right field tonight. A 1-2 sails high with the fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Jace Moore. When we got here about 3:30 this afternoon, the wind wasn't blowing at all. It has picked up since that time. The 2-2 delivery, a curved ball that's fouled back to the screen right in front of us, and it's still 2 balls, 2 strikes on number 22, Jace Moore. No score here in the bottom of the 1st inning, just underway in this non-conference game. After a weekend away from baseball, Fort Decorah swung on, popped up shallow right field. Coming on is the right fielder, Trevor Phillips. He'll make a one-handed chest-high catch in shallow right for the 1st out here in the 1st inning. 1 down, nobody on for Sumner Smith, left-hand hitter. 319, 2 doubles, no triples, no home runs, and 14 RBI. The first pitch, bunted, 3rd base side and foul. Zach Mueller, the coach at Clayton Ridge, Elkader Central, retrieves the ball from the 3rd base coach's box, and it's no balls and 1 strike. After showing bunt, Thorsten now will play even with the bag at 3rd. 0-1 the count, and the pitch outside corner for a strike, and it's 0-2 now on Smith. Hogan looking for his 4th win of the year. Curveball grounded towards left field. It's past the diving Hogan and into left for a base hit. An 0-2 curveball, and Smith reaches to become the game's first base runner. 1 on, 1 out in the inning, and the batter is Derek Earhart. Earhart at 458, 10 doubles, no triples, 3 home runs, and 23 RBI. Righty-righty matchup as Hogan works out of the stretch for the first time in this game. Move to first base, back to the bag diving is Smith. He's 5 for 5 when it comes to steals this year. The pause and the pitch. Breaking ball low and away from Hogan. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Smith, the two-stride lead at first base. Hogan comes to the pause, and the pitch misses high and away, actually. 2 balls and no strikes to count. Interesting dimensions here at Garnaville. Probably one of the odder ones you'll see in high school baseball. 2-0 catches the corner on the edge, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. To right field, it's 324. To right center, 345. The curveball line drive past Hogan and into center field for a base hit. Hogan tried to get the glove up in self-defense, but it whizzed by his ear. A hard hit ball leads to a single to center for Earhart. First and second with 1 down, and the cleanup man, Thomas Meyer, will be the batter for the War Eagles. Meyer at 300 with 8 doubles, no triples, 1 home run. And he's tied for the team lead with Earhart with 23 RBI. War Eagles in business here in the first as Hogan starts him with a strike, 0-1. And the pitch swung on and missed. Good breaking ball again. And it is 2 strikes to 0 on Thomas Meyer. The pause and the 0-2 ground ball towards third. Thorsten's going to throw across the diamond. He'll retire Meyer with both men moving up. Smith will move to third, Earhart to second. Meyer retired 5-3, 2 on, 2 out for Austin Helly. Helly at 282, 2 doubles, no triples, no home runs, and 20 RBI. Righty-righty matchup, and the first pitch over for a strike. Bit of a hanging breaking ball, but Helly took it for strike 1. The ball is 1 strike to count. Hoagie ready, and the pitch looped down the right field side, foul. And Hogan getting ahead of the hitter with reasonable consistency. It is no balls and 2 strikes to count. No score, bottom of the first inning. Hogan comes set in the 0-2 delivery. Looper out into center field. It'll land for a base hit. Smith will score. Earhart coming to the plate. The throw will be cut off on a 2-out, 2-run single for Austin Helly. And it's a 2-0 lead for Clayton Ridge, Elkader Central. Another 0-2 hit, or another 0-2 pitch that leads to a base hit. That's the second one this inning for the War Eagles. And the batter is Nick Sylvester. Runner at first, 2 down. Sylvester looks at the pitch outside corner for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to count. 0-1 outside, but missed. It's 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Helly, the runner at first. Sylvester, the batter, in the 1-1 delivery. Looper in there for a strike, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on the War Eagle catcher. 1-2. The pause by Hogan, and the 1-2 delivery swung on and missed. Hard fastball in on the hand. Sylvester down on strikes. 2 runs, 3 hits. No errors, 1 left. We are 1 inning complete. War Eagles lead the Vikings by a 2-0 margin. Two-0 Clayton Ridge as we head to the top half of the second inning. Cole Brandel, the sophomore pitcher for the War Eagles, got the Vikings down on order in 7 pitches in the first inning. It'll be Marlowe, Hogan, and Smith here in inning number 2. Very nice night. Some clouds in the sky tonight, but no real threat of rain until long after this game should be done as Marlowe pops it foul, first base side. That one will land over the War Eagle dugout and out of play. No balls and 1 strike. Marlowe, the leading hitter on the squad with the .357 average. 3 doubles, no triples, no home runs, and 14 RBI. Righty-righty matchup to start the second. Brandel throws the next one high. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. War Eagles have a busy week. They've got tonight against Decorah. They haven't played since last Wednesday night, a 13-0 loss to New Hampton. Pitch swung and a miss. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Jake Marlowe. They will host Monticello tomorrow night, then host Starmont on Thursday night. 1-2 delivery, swung on a foul, right side out of play. So the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes on Jake Marlowe. And then the War Eagles will open up their postseason down at Dyersville on Saturday, as they will take on North Cedar of Stanwood. 1-2 delivery, breaking ball inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes on Marlowe. The official 3A pairing should be coming out sometime this week. According to the calculations that we have, it'll be Decorah Cresco at Waverly on the 15th. Ball hit well out into center field, but coming on is the center fielder, Helly. He will make the catch for the first out here in the 4th inning. So Cole Brandel has retired the first 4 batters he has faced. Brandon Hogan was on base 4 times in the doubleheader down at Waverly on Friday night. He'll stand in with the .309 average, 5 doubles, no triples, no home runs, 13 RBIs. Hogan first ball swinging and fouling off. No balls, 1 strike. Vikes will be at West Delaware tomorrow night and host Charles City for a conference doubleheader on Friday night. 0-1 delivery, curveball is in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Righty in the pitcher against pitcher matchup. 2-0 War Eagles, top half of the second inning. And the 0-2 delivery is a chopper towards third, fielded on a hop and a half by Earhart. He'll throw across the diamond to retire Hogan. And there's 2 down in the inning. So all 5 balls have been put in play. But the War Eagles have made the plays on all 5. In baseball, a pretty simple game when you make routine plays. Ian Smith, 267. 1 double, no triple, no home runs, 13 RBI. First pitch up to the sophomore catcher. 1 ball, no strikes. One 0 delivery. Ground ball towards third, fielded to the left of the bag, up the third base side by Earhart. So foul called by the home plate umpire, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike on Ian Smith. Righty matchup. Brandel delivers, and Smith sprays 1 foul, first base side, not a play. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Continuing our discussion of the dimensions. Actually, we'll probably get to it in the bottom of the second inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 down. The 1-2 delivery, swinging a pop-up right side at second base. Sumner Smith angling towards the first base side, and he will make the catch to retire the side. The Vikes go down in order once again, 3 up, 3 down. We head to the bottom of the second inning. It is 2-0 Clayton Ridge. 2-0 Clayton Ridge, Elkader Central, as we go to the bottom half of the second inning, bottom third of the order due for Clayton Ridge. Cole Brandel, Justin DeShaw, and Nathan Helly. Austin Helly with a 2-run single with 2 outs in the first inning. The difference in the game to this point. Hogan struck out 1, walked no one, and gave up the 3 hits and the 2 runs in that first inning. Hogan's first offering low, 1 ball, no strikes. The only thing that gives you the heartburn in that first inning from a Decorah perspective, 2 of the 3 hits that Hogan gave up were on 0-2 pitches. Pitch outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Let's get back to the dimensions down here at Garnavillo. Right field, 324. Right center, 345. And it's a little bit of a curve out into center field as that one smoked out into right center field for a base hit. Brandel hits first, makes the turn. He's heading to second. Phillips' throw will not be in time. It's a leadoff double for Cole Brandel. So a runner at second base with nobody out. And Justin DeShaw will be the batter. You mentioned 336 out in center field. Then it kind of jogs in a little bit. It's 305 to left center, and then jogs back out to 336 to straightaway left field. DeShaw in from the right-hand side of the plate, swings and misses. Foul tips one into the glove of Ian Smith behind the plate. No balls and one strike. There is a road that goes right behind the back of the stadium, and probably some clearance issues there. Here's one hopper back to Hogan. He quickly throws over to first base to retire DeShaw, but moving up to third will be Cole Brandel. Brandel moves up to third. Hogan perhaps looked towards first a little too quickly there because he really didn't make any move towards second, and Coach O telling him about it right now. Nathan Helly will be the batter, and a curve is in there for a strike, 0-1. 2-0 Clayton Ridge, bottom of the second inning. Pause, and the 0-1. The squeeze is on, and they bunt through it. Ian Smith chases Brandel back. He throws now to Thorsten, who throws to Hogan. Hogan applies the tag, and that's the second out of the inning. So 2-5-1. The caught stealing on Brandel. It's now no balls and 2 strikes on Hilly. Coach Mueller put the squeeze on, and it didn't work. So that's a break for Decorah. It's no balls, 2 strikes, and Hogan delivers with the sweeping curveball that goes well outside to Nathan Helly. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. 2-0 Clayton Ridge, bottom of the second inning. The pitch, breaking ball outside edge, taken for strike 3. So 1 hit and nobody left. We head to the third inning. It is 2-0 Clayton Ridge. 2-0 Clayton Ridge as we go to the third. First 6 batters for Decorah have been retired by Cole Brandel, the sophomore right-hander. Trevor Phillips, Ryan Thorsten, and Cole Minks, the due batters here in the bottom half of the inning. Decorah, the team that's off in the regular conference rotation tonight. All 6 other conference teams playing NEIC games tonight. As the first pitch to Trevor Phillips is a curve for a strike, 0-1. New Hampton at walk-on. Owine at Charles City, and Waverly Shellrock will be at Crestwood. Those are the final conference games for New Hampton. Here's a 2-hopper right back to the mound, and Brandel will jog towards first and give an underhand toss to Thomas Meyer to retire Phillips. 7 up, 7 down against Brandel here in the third. If New Hampton wins both games at walk-on tonight, the worst they could do is tie for the conference title. That would make them champions of the league 2 years in a row. As Ryan Thorsten stands in, a .405 average, a double, no triples, no home runs, and 7 RBI. First pitch outside to Thorsten, 1 ball, no strikes. Waverly Shellrock taking on Crestwood tonight in Cresco. Ground ball foul, wide of third. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Go Hawks at 11-3, New Hampton at 13-3. Owine is 8-6. They're at Charles City. For Decorah to finish 3rd or 4th in the league, they would need Owine to lose all 4, and for Decorah to beat Charles City on Friday night. Curveball outside, 2 balls, 1 strike on Ryan Thorsten. Decorah right now could finish tied for 3rd, all the way down to 6th in the league. Swinging a foul right side out of play. 2-2 on number 22. 2-0 Clayton Ridge here in the top half of the third inning. A nice night for baseball down here in Garnavilla. 2-2 the count. The curveball sails inside and high. It's now 3-2. Walk-on sitting at 2-13. 3-2 the count with 1 down. Righty-righty matchup. The 3-2 delivery is low, ball 4. So Ryan Thorsten becomes Decora's first base runner with a 1-out walk in inning number 3. The batter is Cole Minks at 3:05. A double, a triple, no home runs, and 2 RBI. Minks has done a very good job this season getting on base. His on-base percentage, .446 coming into this one. And a bunt for Minks up the third base side. It's a nice one. It's going to stay fair. Everyone's going to be safe. The ball hit on the grass portion of the infield. And that kind of killed the topspin of that ball. It ended up going on the dirt portion. Earhart overran it intentionally. His only hope was to hope that ball would go foul. It did not. So a bunt single for Minks. And the Vikes in business, first and second with 1 down. And the top of the order, and Joe Kanoki coming up. Kanoki routed back to the pitcher on the first pitch of the game, 0 for 1. First pitch to Joe, curveball inside corner for a strike, 0-1. Thorsten at second and Minks at first. 2-0 Clayton Ridge, top half of the third inning. Left-hand hitter, right-hand pitcher. And stepping off is Brandel. The pause and the 0-1 offering ground ball towards first. It's through the legs of Meyer and out into right field. Thorsten rounding third, heading to the plate. Throw there will be cut off. Moving to third is Minks, and it's a 2-1 lead for Clayton Ridge. Kanoki puts it in play, reaches on the error by Meyer. And that allows Thorsten to score and Minks to move to third on the play. Tying run at third, go ahead run at first. We're in the top of the third inning in a 2-1 Clayton Ridge lead. Gabe Varney will look to keep it going for Decorah. Varney grounded to short in the first inning, 0 for 1. A lead at first by Kanoki. He'll stay put as Varney flies one towards center field. It's actually still on the infield. Moore to the shortstop out a few steps, makes the catch. And that's the second out of the inning. 2 down, runners at first and third, and the batter is Dawson Meyer. A 2-1 lead for Clayton Ridge in the top half of the third inning. Meyer grounded to third in the first, 0 for 1. Meyer, right-hand hitter with the open stance. First pitch from Brandel sails high, 1 ball, no strikes. New set of signs from Coach O in the third base box. The pause and the 1-0 swung on and missed. It is 1 ball, 1 strike. Meyer fooled by the breaking ball that time. 1-1 the count. The pause, the 1-1 delivery outside corner with the fastball for a strike. And it's 1-2 now on Dawson Meyer. One, two. Swung on, smack towards center field. That'll land in front of the center fielder, Helly, for a base hit. Scoring is Minks, and we are tied at 2. Meyer with a 2-out RBI, and Dawson now into double figures in that column this season with 10. We're even at 2 in the top of the third, and the batter is Jake Marlowe. Marlowe flew out to center in the second inning, 0 for 1. Brandel comes set. First offering swung on and a fly ball on the infield. Nor the second base bag, the shortstop Jace Moore will make the catch to retire the side. 2-run score, though, on 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 left. We're 2.5 innings complete. Clayton Ridge and Decorah tied at 2. Two-two game as we go to the bottom of the third. Top of the order due for Clayton Ridge. Jace Moore, Sumner Smith, and Derek Earhart to face Brandon Hogan, who's given up 4 hits and 2 runs thus far. And In the bottom of the second inning, Tom Kanoki was warming up, but not anymore. Two hopper to short, fielded there by Meyer, who takes his time and throws to first base to retire his fellow shortstop. One pitch, one out here in the third. Moore flew out to right in the first inning and is now 0 for 2. Sumner Smith singled to left and scored in the first inning. A two-run, two-out single by Austin Hilly in the first inning scored Clayton Ridge's run. A Clayton Ridge error and an RBI single with two outs by Dawson Meyer in the third inning scored the pair for Decorah. First pitch outside, 1 ball, no strikes. 2-2 game as we start the bottom of the third inning. 1-0 inside, 2 balls, no strikes. Brandon's command just not his A-plus stuff here tonight to this point. 2-0 delivery in there for a strike. It's 2 balls and 1 strike count. Hard to believe postseason already starts on Saturday. The 2-1 grounded towards short. Multi-hopper fielded by Dawson Meyer and a throw to first base to retire Smith. 2 down here in the inning. We mentioned Clayton Ridge will take on North Cedar at Dyersville. This Clayton Ridge program has had some pretty good teams over the last few years, but sometimes it's a struggle to advance when your district in Class 2A is usually going to include a perennial power like Dyersville Beckman, who team is basically never bad. There's a curveball in there for a strike from Earhart. No balls and 1 strike. Earhart singled and scored in the first inning. 1 for 1. 2-2 the game. Score here in the bottom of the third. 0-1 delivery. Outside corner for a strike, and it's 0-2 now. Oh, and 2 the count. And the pitch just missed. High and away to the right hand hitting Earhart, who's the top average hitter on the squad at .458. The 1-2 just missed low. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Two and 2 the count from Hogan to Earhart. 2-2, another curveball outside corner, strike 3 called. So the side is out here in the third inning. 3 up, 3 down go the War Eagles. We head to the top of the fourth inning. It is Decorah 2 and Clayton Ridge, Elkader Central 2. 2-2 game as we go to the top of the fourth inning. Time to tell you about the rest of our week when it comes to broadcasting. Tomorrow night we'll make the trip down to Manchester as Decorah will take on West Delaware. 7:30 start time for that one on AM 1240 KDC and at KDECradio.com. Thursday night we'll head west. The Decorah softball team will open up tournament play at Mason City as the first pitch goes inside to Brandon Hogan. 1 ball, no strikes. That'll be a 7 o'clock start on Thursday night. Friday night, home baseball as Decorah will take on Charles City at 5:30 as Hogan smacks the single in the left. So Brandon Hogan, who grounded to third his first time up, gets on to start things here in the fourth inning. And Bryce Hosting will get Hogan's courtesy at first base. And the batter will be Ian Smith, who popped to second to end the second, 0 for 1. Friday night will be Decorah and Charles City, 5:30 start time. We'll have both of those games from Olin Zach Field in Decorah. And next week, if the Decorah girls are able to win on Thursday night, we will have softball on Saturday night as Decorah will be at Charles City. Ian Smith will be the batter. Popped to second in the second, 0 for 1. And a pickoff attempt at first base is wild. Hosting will make his way to second. Brando threw to first base. The throw was on the home plate side of the bag and went wild. Meyer got a pretty decent carom, but Hosting was able to make it to second without a throw. Runner at second, nobody out. Ian Smith is 0 for 1, no count on him yet. And the first pitch swung on and missed to Smith. Swung and missed, and he was trying to put that one on the roadway. No balls and 1 strike to count. The pause, the 0-1 delivery, sweeping breaking ball just a bit outside. And high to Smith. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 the count. The pause by Brandel, and Smith now bunts. Does so right back to the mound. Brandel has to double clutch as the second baseman, Sumner Smith, a little late getting over there, but the throw is made and the sacrifice complete. 2-4. And Hosting will make his way to third base, and Trevor Phillips will be the batter. Phillips grounded to the pitcher to start the third, 0 for 1. Runner at third, 1 down, 4th inning, 2-2 the score. And the pitch swung on a fly ball into right field. Underneath it is DeShaw. He will make the catch. Tagging is Hosting. He's coming to the plate. The relay throw. There won't be one. Trevor Phillips with the sacrifice fly. And the Vikings now have a 3-2 lead. RBI number 3 on the season for Trevor Phillips. As Hosting able to score on the Phillips sacrifice fly. 3 unanswered runs for Decorah. Ryan Thorsten walked and scored in the 3rd inning, and he'll swing and miss at a breaking ball down and away. No balls and 1 strike. (3-2) Clayton Ridge trails Decorah. The pitch, breaking ball, similar spot, but Thorsten laid off that one. It is 1 ball and 1 strike to count. 1-1, and the pitch outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Coming from behind, this is something that Decorah has done a reasonably decent job of this year. 9 of their 14 wins have been from behind wins. A looper towards second, caught in the air by Sumner Smith, and that's that for inning number 4. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, nobody left. We are halfway home in this non-conference game between Decorah and Clayton Ridge Elkader Central. It is the Vikings 3 and the War Eagles 2. 3-2. Decorah leading on the Trevor Phillips sacrifice fly to score Bryce Hosting, the courtesy runner for Brandon Hogan, in the top half of this inning. It'll be hitters 4, 5, and 6 for Clayton Ridge, as Meyer smacks a ball into left field. Coming on is Cole Minks, and he will make a basket-style catch in left field on a hard-hit ball by Meyer. 1 away here in the 4th inning. That one was looking like it was going to be a base hit, but Cole Minks, who plays some pretty good defense out in left field, there to make the play. 1 down in the inning, and Austin Helly swings and fouls the first pitch off. No balls and 1 strike. Helly with both RBI for Clayton Ridge. He had the 2-run single with 2 outs in the 1st inning. Middle part of the order for Clayton Ridge. Very good at producing runs. The 0-1 delivery outside corner for a strike, 0-2. Earhart, the 3-hitter, now with 23 RBIs. The cleanup hitter, Thomas Meyer, with 23 RBIs. And Hilly, the 5-hole hitter, now with 22 RBIs on the season. Pitch swung on, foul ball, right side out of play. It is no balls and 2 strikes. Perhaps a turning point in this game was in the 3rd inning, or rather in the 2nd inning, with 1 out and a runner in 3rd. Clayton Ridge put on a squeeze play that failed. Swinging a foul right side out of play, so it's still no balls and 2 strikes. Decorah was able to get Cole Brandel in the rundown, and then Nathan Hilly eventually struck out. In the next inning, the Vikes got 2 on the board. The curveball swung on, fly ball, left field. Coming on is Cole Minks. Should be routine for him, and he makes a two-handed head-high catch, angling towards left center in medium depth left center for the second out of the inning. So Cole Minks retires the first two batters here in the fourth inning. And Nick Sylvester, who struck out swinging, will stand in. Sylvester's first at-bat came in the bottom of the first inning. And he'll look at a curve for a strike, 0-1. Since that botched squeeze player, since the Brandel double to right back in the second inning, Hogan has now retired 7 men in a row. As the pitch just missed the outside edge. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. That was after allowing 4 of the first 7 men to reach. 1-1 the count. Hogan ready, and the pitch flown away is 2 balls, 1 strike count. Bottom of the fourth inning, Decorah leading 3-2. From Garnavillo here on a Tuesday night. There is lights on this field, but I'm not sure if they work. That's probably the reason for the early start and the pitch blown away. It's now 3-1. If you look at the light structure, it's primarily focused on the infield. There's really no lights in the outfield here. 3 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch blown away for ball 4. It caroms to the right of Smith. He'll retrieve it before Sylvester has a realistic chance of taking second base. So a runner at first with 2 down, and Cole Brandel will try to help his own cause. Brandel doubled to right back in the second inning. Brandel, 1 for 1. The double was his 8th of the season. And the first pitch, ground ball towards first base, and a foul ball. As Marlowe was right on the bag as he tried to snag it, but it was even with the orange safety base as compared to the white runner base up the first base side. And it's no balls and 1 strike. Hogan out of the stretch. And the 0-1 delivery, a curve for a strike. It's 0-2. 3-2, bottom of the fourth inning, Decorah on top. 0-2, swinging a foul, right side and out of play. So it's no balls, 2 strikes on Brandel. Pitch outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes, as that one just off the corner. 1-2 delivery, curve ball just inside. The right hand hitting Brandel, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 the count. Short lead at first base by Sylvester. Hogan comes set, the 2-2 delivery, hit towards right, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Sylvester hits second, he's coming towards third, and he will get there without a play. First and third with 2 down, and Justin DeShaw will be the batter. So the tying run at third for the War Eagles. DeShaw grounded to the pitcher. Back in the second, 0 for 1. The pause by Hogan, and the pitch outside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. On to Shaw, the number 8 hitter in the Clayton Ridge lineup. Hogan comes set, the runner at first takes off, the pitch a strike as Ian Smith won't make the throw. So Brandel will take second on his own. It's now no balls and 2 strikes. We'll see if Hogan can have that mentality just to retire that guy on 0-2. It's something he struggled a bit with tonight. The 0-2 delivery swung on, pop up right side. Kanoki and Marlowe will be there. Marlowe still on the infield dirt, will make the catch from his first base position. And there's 3 outs here in the inning. 1 hit, 2 left, 4 innings complete. It's 3-2. Clayton Ridge trailing Decorah. We head to the 5th inning. Decorah gave up 2 to Clayton Ridge in the first inning, but have rallied back with 3 unanswered runs. 2 in the third inning, 1 on an error, 1 on a 2-out single by Dawson Meyer, and a sacrifice fly by Trevor Phillips in inning number 4. Gave Decorah the lead. That scored Bryce Hosting, the courtesy runner, 4. Hogan, who started the inning with the single to left. Cole Mink swings the first one, and that one's popped in the air, and off the mound is Brandel to make the catch to the right of the mound as you're looking at it. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 5th. Minks had a bunt single that was key to that 2-run rally in inning number 3 in his first at-bat. So 1 down, nobody on. Joe Kanoki, the batter. Grounded to the pitcher in the first, reached on an error, which allowed a run to score in the third. A breaking ball goes low to Joe. It is 1 ball, no strikes. Sky's starting to cloud up a little bit, especially to our north. The 1-0 delivery, ground ball right side, takes a funny hop, but Meyer able to glove it. Underhand toss to Brandel. It's a wild throw, and Kanoki will reach for the second time on a Thomas Meyer error. Kanoki put it in play and ends up reaching on the defensive miscue. A runner at first with 1 down, and Gabe Varney will be the batter. Varney grounded to short in the first, popped to short in the third. Brandel comes set. The pitch to Varney sails high. 1 ball, no strikes. 3-2-2. Decorah on top here in the 5th inning as Varney pops one up on the infield. Jace Moore, the shortstop, will make the catch, and Varney now 0 for 3. So 2 down in the inning, and the batter is Dawson Meyer. Meyer grounded to third in the first inning and singled to center in the third. Kanoki, the runner at first with 2 down. Vikes up by a run here in the top of the 5th. Brandel comes set, and the pitch swung on a fly ball out to right center field. After it is to Shaw. He's under it, and he will make the catch in medium to deep right center field, one-handed on his knees. And that's that for the 5th inning. 1 error, 1 left. We are 4.5 innings complete. Vikes lead at 3-2. The bottom half of inning number 5 upon us. Brandon Hogan, after a rocky start, has settled down nicely. Got himself in a little bit of a pickle in the 4th inning, but got out of it. He was able to squelch the 2-out rally as Nathan Helly swings and misses. No balls and 1 strike. Helly struck out looking back in the 2nd inning, and he failed to get a bunt down in a squeeze play situation with Clayton Ridge leading 2-0 as the pitch sweeps outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Decorah was able to get out of a major threat because the War Eagles had a runner at third and 1 down, already leading 2-0. Ground ball towards third. Snagged there by Ryan Thorsten. Easy toss over to Marlowe at first. 1 down here in the inning. Hogan has retired the leadoff batter in 4 of the 5 frames. 1 down, nobody on for Jace Moore, who flew out to right in the first, grounded to short in the third. 3-2 Decorah. Decorah with 3 hits, Clayton Ridge with 5. Decorah with 0 errors, and Clayton Ridge with 3. As the pitch goes high, 1 ball, no strikes. The War Eagles, a team with 28, playing their 29th game, and they have committed 87 errors. 1 ball, no strikes, and here's ground ball towards short. Hop fielded well by Dawson Meyer onto first base to retire Jace Moore. Second time, 1 shortstop has retired the other on the situation when Decorah is in the field defensively. 2 down in the inning. Hogan will look for his second 1-2-3 inning of the night. Standing in his way of that is Sumner Smith. He singled and scored in the first, grounded to short in the third. Backdoor breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-1. Hogan looking for his fourth win of the year. Trying to tie in Smith for the team lead in that category. 0-1. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. No surprise Hogan starting tonight with a Tuesday-Friday rotation. Hogan would be good to go on Friday night once again. Pitch sails outside. 2 balls and 1 strike count, but it'll be interesting to see how Coach O handles tomorrow. I'd make an educated guess that it might be a little bit of a bullpen day. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch looped out into left field. Minks coming on strong, dives, and he makes the catch. A sliding grab out in shallow left field for Cole Minks. And 3 up, 3 down here in the 5th inning. We are 5 innings complete. It is Decorah leading Clayton Ridge 3-2. 3-2 Decorah as we go to the 6th inning. Middle third of the order due for the Vikings. Jake Marlowe, Brandon Hogan, and Ian Smith. Cole Brandel has thrown 55 pitches, given up 3 hits. 3 runs, only 1 has been earned. He hasn't walked anybody nor struck out anybody. The pitch outside from Brandel, no balls, 1 strike. Marlowe flew out to center in the second inning and popped to short in the third. Pitch goes low. 2 balls and no strikes to count from Brandel, the sophomore right-hander. Statistically, he was the top pitcher for Clayton Ridge coming into this game. 2-1. We mentioned Clayton Ridge, a couple more games left on their regular season this week. Monticello tomorrow night and Starmont on Thursday night. The pitch goes low. It's 3 balls, 1 strike on Marlowe. And they will open up postseason play against North Cedar at 5 o'clock Saturday night down in Dyersville. 3-1, ground ball towards short. To his left is Jace Moore. He'll throw on to first base, and dropping the ball at first base is Meyer. Meyer tried to stretch for the ball. He got a glove on it, but was unable to fully corral it. That's the 4th error on Clayton Ridge, and Marlowe reaches to start the 6th inning. Only the 2nd time in 6 frames the Vikes have gotten their leadoff runner on. They scored that runner the last time in the 4th. Hogan will be the batter, grounded to third in the 2nd, singled and scored in the 4th, and a move to first base, and back to the bag diving is Marlowe. 3-2 the score. Decorah on top. Righty versus righty. Hogan squares to bunt, lays it down the first base side, and it's a nice one. Brandel will pick it up and throw it to first base. And beating it out was Hogan, but Hogan, they're going to say it hit him while he was out of the batter's box. Or now they're going to say his foot was on the plate while he made contact with the bunt. So there's 1 down here in the inning. It was a good bunt, but according to the home plate umpire, just not a legal one, as he ruled when Hogan squared the bunt, his foot came onto home plate, as Ian Smith will be the batter and looks at the first pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Interesting call you don't see quite often. 1-0 delivery. Pitch goes high. 2 balls, no strikes. Just because you don't see it quite often doesn't mean it shouldn't be called either. 2-0 with a runner at first and 1 down. Decent lead at first base by Marlowe. Brandel delivers and the pitch well outside. It's 3 balls and no strikes. 3-2. Decorah leads here in the top half of the 6th inning, and a move to first base will send Marlowe back to the bag. This is Vikings Radio, 1240 KDEC Decorah and KDECradio.com. Darren Swenson from Garnavillo tonight as Smith takes all the way and takes out the letters for a strike. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. Decorah leading 3-2 After giving up 2 runs in the first inning, a 2-run third and a single tally in the fourth gave the Vikings the lead. 3-1, Marlowe goes, swinging a foul away. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. And I wonder if there was perhaps a missed sign there, because Marlowe was most of the way to second base and Smith went after the pitch. Just guessing by the reaction of Coach O. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner stays put. Pitch taken high. Ball 4. And Smith will reach for the first time tonight after popping out in the second and sacrificing a runner-up in the fourth. Trevor Phillips will be the batter. Zach Mueller will go out and talk to his sophomore right-hander, Cole Brandel. I believe Cam Korsness will run for Smith at first base. Phillips got a sacrifice fly in inning number 4, which is the difference in the game as of this point. That scored Bryce Hosting a courtesy runner for Brandon Hogan. Phillips in his first at-bat tapped back to the catcher. 3 runs on 3 hits for Decorah, 2 runs on 5 hits for Clayton Ridge. The War Eagles have helped out the Vikings with 4 errors tonight. And the Vikings, to this point in the game, have not committed 1. First and second with 1 down. Phillips in from the right-hand side of the plate against the right-hander Brandel, and a swing and a miss from Trevor. It's no balls and 1 strike. Pause in the 0-1. Low. 1 ball, 1 strike count on Phillips. Move to second base. Back to the bag diving is Marlowe. Pause by Brandel. A look back at second in the pitch. Ground ball towards third field at third. Earhart will tag the bag over there, and the throw to first base in time for the double play. So first and second with 1 down turns into an inning-ending double play. The pitcher's best friend helps Brandel out of a jam. 1 error, 1 left. We are 5.5 complete. It is a 3-2 lead for Decorah. Pitch low to Derek Earhart, the first batter here in the bottom of the 6th. 3-2 Decorah, leading Clayton Ridge. And the next offering outside corner for a strike. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Earhart singled and scored in the first, struck out swinging in the third. 3-2 Decorah. The 1-2 outside corner for a strike, and it's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. From Hogan to Earhart. 1-2 delivery. Missed outside for 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Nice pitch, Brandon.
Meyer and Austin Hilly to follow here in the 6th. Hogan's only allowed 2 hits since a first inning in which the War Eagles scored 2 runs. Pitch goes low, and now we're full at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Austin Hilly had the 2-out, 2-run single in the first inning. At the time, it put Clayton Ridge up 2-0. 3-2 delivery, swing on a chopper, third base side. Barehand pickup made by Hogan. He'll throw to first base. Got him! Excellent job of being the 5th infielder by Brandon Hogan. Got off the mound quickly, made the barehand pickup at third, threw a strike to Marlowe at first base. Hang a star on that play. 1 down here in the inning, and Thomas Meyer will be the batter. Grounded to third in the first, lined out to left in the fourth. 3-2 Decorah here in the bottom of the 6th. To curve for a strike. It's 0-1. A pretty decent ball game here tonight. The pitch, swinging a foul ball, third base side. It was a slow roller that initially landed into fair territory, but Thorsten able to get to it in foul territory. So it's no balls, 2 strikes on Thomas Meyer, the cleanup hitter for Clayton Ridge. The 0-2 delivery, swing and a miss. An off-speed offering, and Hogan gets his 3rd strikeout of the night. To go along with only 1 walk. 2 down in the inning, and the batter is Austin Helly. A 2-run single in the 1st inning, and he flew out to left in the 4th inning. Up again here in the 6th, Hogan delivers. Starts him with a breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. Vikes will have Thorsten Minks and Kanoki due in the 7th inning. The 0-1 chopper, first base side. Wild hop, leaping stop made by Kanoki, and he'll throw to first base to retire Helly, and that's that for the 6th inning. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the 7th. It's 3-2 to Cora. A 3-2 to Cora lead as we go to the 7th inning. Thorsten, Minks, and Kanoki due for Decorah here in the 7th inning. In case you're just joining us, Clayton Ridge had a 2-0 lead in the 1st inning. A 2-out, 2-run single by Austin Helly gave him the lead at that time. In the 3rd inning, Joe Kanoki reached on an error to score Ryan Thorsten, and a 2-out RBI single by Dawson Meyer scored Cole Minks to tie the game. And in the 4th inning, it was a sacrifice fly for Trevor Phillips to score Bryce Hosting, the courtesy runner for Brandon Hogan. And that gave Decorah a 3-2 lead, and that's where we sit as Thorsten looks at the first one outside, 1-0. And here's a fly ball towards right field. It keeps retreating on Dustin Shaw, and Shaw drops the ball. Thorsten's going to end up at second base as Shaw was fooled by that one. He was never really under it. And the dropped fly ball will be the 5th error of the night for Clayton Ridge. A runner at second. And Cole Minks will be the batter. Got a bunt single and scored a run in the 3rd inning and popped to the pitcher in the 5th inning. Thorsten will be the runner at second base with nobody out here in inning number 7. It's a 3-2 lead for Decorah. Minks squares to bunt, delays it down up the 3rd base side. It's a good one. Brandel won't even have a play. Second bunt single of the night for Cole Minks. Vikes have him at the corners with nobody out. Thorsten 3rd, Minks at 1st. Top of the order, and Joe Kanoki. Kanoki's been on base twice, but he's officially 0 for 3. And the runner at first goes. Pitch high, throw goes to shortstop as Minks is in at second base. 2nd and 3rd. And a 1-0 count now on Joe Kanoki. Kanoki grounded to the pitcher in the 1st and reached on errors in the 3rd and in the 5th inning. Now the infield up at all 4 spots for Clayton Ridge. The pause and the pitch to Joe, low and in. It is 2 balls and no strikes. Pause, the 2-0. Good backdoor breaking ball for a strike. So 2-1 on Joe Kanoki. And the pitch inside, and it hit him. Got him near the right cheek, if you will. And a hit by pitch will load the bases. Zach Mueller, the head coach for Clayton Ridge, will come out to the hill to talk to Cole Brandel. And it looks like a pitching change is imminent. We'll tell you about the change in a moment. Bases loaded, nobody out here in the 7th. The Vikings have a 3-2 lead. A simple change defensively for Clayton Ridge. Cole Brandel moves from the pitching spot to third base. And third baseman Derek Earhart moves to the hill. Brandel done after 6+ innings. He only gave up 4 hits, but 3 runs, 1 earned, 1 walk, 1 hit batter, no strikeouts. Earhart 3-1, a 1.75 ERA, and opponents hitting 127 against him. Fastball up from the junior right-hander to Gabe Varney. 1 ball, no strikes. Varney 0 for 3. Grounded to short in the first, popped to short in the third, popped to short again in the fifth. Earhart with the 1-0 low and in. It is now 2 balls and no strikes. Thorsten reached on a drop fly ball. A Minks bunt single got him to third. And Kanoki loaded the bases by getting hit by a pitch. 2-0 and the pitch well high. It's 3 balls and no strikes. The runner is on base, still the responsibility of Brandel, who would be on the hook for the loss if the score doesn't change. 3-0. Inside, ball 4. Gabe Varney gets an RBI the easy way. A bases loaded walk, and it's now a 4-2 lead for Decorah. RBI number 24 on the season for Gabe Varney. Dawson Meyer will now bat. Bases loaded, nobody out. Dawson looks at a strike, nothing in 1. Dawson grounded to third in the first. RBI single in the third, flew out to right in the fifth. Next pitch sails high from Earhart. 1 ball and 1 strike, so Earhart has thrown 6 pitches and 5 have been out of the zone thus far. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. 1-1 delivery sails up. It's 2 balls and 1 strike now on Dawson Meyer. The 2-1 delivery low and away. It is now 3 balls and 1 strike, so Earhart having a tough time finding the zone. 7 of the 8 pitches haven't found it, and the 3-1 is at the letters and for a strike. It's now 3-2 as Jake Marlowe stands on deck. Infield up at all 4 spots for Clayton Ridge, now trailing 4-2. 3-2 to Dawson Meyer. The pitch high, ball 4. Second straight bases loaded walk to Decorah as Dawson Meyer gets his 2nd RBI of the night and his 11th on the season. It is now a 5-2 lead for the Vikings. Still nobody out in the top half of the 7th inning. Jake Marlowe will be the batter. Flew out to center in the first, popped to short in the third, and reached on an error in the 6th, 0 for 3. The catcher, Nick Sylvester, have to make sure him and Earhart are on the same page. Bases loaded, and the infield remains in. And the pitch well outside from Earhart. 1 ball, no strikes. Earhart had only walked 16 in 28 innings coming in. So statistically, he hasn't had bad control as another one misses. It's 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0 delivery. In there for a strike on a curveball on the inside part of the plate. The pitch swung on, looped in on the infield, making the catch at second base while colliding with his teammate is Jace Moore. Moore and the second baseman Sumner Smith collided at second base, and Smith got the brunt of the blow. He's a little slow in getting up, but he appears to be all right, at least for the moment. So 1 down here in the inning. Moore and Smith just give a fist bump to one another as if to tell one another, my bad. One down in the inning. Bases still loaded. 2 in. 5-2 to Cora. Brandon Hogan, the batter, grounded to third in the second. Singled and scored in the fourth. And was called out trying to sacrifice bunt in the sixth inning. He laid down a good bunt, which originally was thought to be a sacrifice, but the home plate umpire ruled that Hogan stepped on the plate while making contact. 0-1 delivery. Ground ball towards short. Moore will go to second. Ben Smith for 1 out. Throwing to first for the double play. So Clayton Ridge gets out of it on a 6-4-3 twin killing. Vikes score 2 on 1 hit. Helped out by 1 error, and they leave 2. They'll try to close it out. Next, they lead it by a 5-2 margin. Brandon Hogan had a rocky start in this one, but settled down very nicely. He allowed 4 of the first 7 men to reach base, but since that time, he's only allowed 2 men to reach base. Through 6 innings, he's given up 5 hits. He's walked 1. And he has struck out 4. He's looking for his 4th win of the season, trying to give Decorah their 15th win of the season. Nick Sylvester struck out swinging in the first, walked in the 4th. Hitters 6, 7, and 8 due as ground ball heads towards left field and a base hit. So Sylvester on for the 2nd time in 3 at-bats. The War Eagles do need to get another runner on to get that tying run to the plate. Tom Kanoki warming up behind the Decorah dugout. The batter will be Brandell as he takes a curve for a strike, 0-1. He's 2 for 2, a double to right in the second and a single to right in the fourth. 5-2 Decorah here in the bottom of the 7th. Pitch outside corner for a strike, and it's 0-2. 0-2 the count. Sylvester away from first. Hogan comes set. The 0-2 delivery. Swinging a foul. Right side out of play. Hogan currently sitting at 86 pitches. But since he threw 24 in the first inning, it's been pretty normal pace since that time. And the pitch, curveball low and in the dirt. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Decorah leading 5-2. They have 4 hits. Clayton Ridge with 5. The 1-2 delivery. Curve ball, strike 3 called, and Brandell knew it. 5 strikeouts for Brandon Hogan. 1 down here in the 7th inning. And the batter is Justin DeShaw. DeShaw grounded to the pitcher in the second, popped to first in the fourth. And the first pitch sprayed foul, right side out of play, no balls and 1 strike. Hogan has 3 1-2-3 innings tonight. And has really pitched well since a rocky start to this one. The pitch swinging a foul, right side out of play, no balls and 2 strikes. A failed suicide squeeze in the 2nd inning seemingly turned the game around. At that time, Clayton Ridge had a runner at third and 1 down and leading 2-0. DeShaw failed to get a squeeze down as the pitch well high, or rather it was Helly that failed to get the squeeze down. And the game really turned around at that point. Decorah with 2 in the 3rd, 1 in the 2nd, or 1 in the 4th rather, and 2 in the 7th inning. 1-2 delivery, swinging a foul, right side out of play, so we'll do it again at 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to count. The pitch, curveball, swung on and missed. As DeShaw went fishing for the pitch on the outside edge without any bait. Two down, runner at first. Nathan Helly, the batter. Struck out looking in the second, grounded to third in the fifth. Here's a little never up the third base side. Hogan picks it up, throws to first base. Tag applied by Marlowe, and that's a Viking victory. The Vikings defeat Clayton Ridge and come from behind fashion tonight by a 5-2 margin. 5 runs, 4 hits, 0 errors. I'll repeat, 0 errors. 0 errors for Decorah. And 6 runners left on base. Clayton Ridge 2 runs, 6 hits. They commit 5 errors and leave 4 runners. Brandon Hogan, a complete game victory. He strikes out 6, walks 1, gives up 6 hits and 2 runs. Turn his 4th win of the year. He's now 4-4. Cole Brando, the losing pitcher, he's now 5-4 on the season. So the Vikings improve to 15-11, and Clayton Ridge drops to 18-11. Many people to thank for making the broadcast possible tonight. First and foremost, our advertisers, the good sports-minded people who helped us bring the game wherever you were tonight. Without their help, this coverage would not be possible. So as always, we encourage you to support the businesses who support local high school sports. And lastly, and most importantly, we thank you, that's right, you, the listener, for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Viking fans, we know you enjoyed the outcome. Final score, 5-2. Decorah defeats Clayton Ridge Elkader Central. We'll be on the air from Manchester tomorrow night as Decorah will take on West Delaware. Our coverage will begin at approximately 7:30. So, for our entire KDC sports team, I'm Darren Swenson saying so long from Garnavillo. Decorah gets the victory tonight by a 5-2 margin. Thanks a bunch for tuning in. We'll talk to you tomorrow night from Manchester.